I'd like to begin by welcoming all the teachers who are here in the back and the principal ma'am. Thank you for joining us, and we'd like to begin by sharing what we need to have ready on the table and with the children before you begin. So all children before this class have been asked to put everything away except have a notebook, a rough notebook and a pencil with them. Sometimes they have their pencil boxes with them. So that's what the children need to have for this lesson. On the table also are 100 boards. They can be of any size. These are just numbers 1 to 100 on a board, written in a certain sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10, and then 2 to 20 and so on. And then it is 91 to 100. So any 100 boards will do, but there should be a sufficient quantity of these 100 boards so that every child in the class can do the activity with their own hands. Okay, so I'll begin by requesting some of the children to please come forward from the back row and help me distribute these pre-tests and post-tests. Okay, can you quickly distribute these to your row and this to your row? Make sure every child gets it. We'll do the word problems first. All of you have this sheet? Can you take this out? And make sure you turn to the pre side, not the post side. And pre-test means before you begin learning, okay? Pre-test. Before you begin learning is pre-test. After you finish learning is post-test. Right. Okay, so pre-test. I'd like to read the problem aloud. Can you read in your own sheets? It says, the question 1, this is just a fun question. See if you can solve it in whichever way you wish. Farhan, John and Kamal are running laps during break time. Okay, so they're running in circles during break time. Farhan takes 3 minutes to run a lap. John takes 5 minutes to run a lap, and Kamal takes 6 minutes to run a lap. After how many minutes will they come together? So imagine we're all starting out together, the three of us. When will we meet again? After how many minutes will we all be in the same place again? That's the question. Can you have a go? Use your rough paper, use your notebooks to try and solve it in whichever way you wish and tell me an answer. Anybody try to draw a diagram showing children running? Okay, I think we'll stop now. Okay, I need volunteers now from each row. I need one volunteer for the 100 boards. I need one volunteer for the buttons. So we have planned for 10 for each for the moment. Okay, so please help me distribute. Thank you very much. How many of you know multiples of 3? Can you tell me what are the multiples of 3? 3, 6,
9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30.
And these are called the multiples of which number? Multiples of the number 3 are 3 because 3 ones are 3. So 3 itself also is a multiple of 3. Okay? So we can write them like this, that multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, okay, we can go on, right? It's a long line. And these are all multiples of 3. Can you now tell me what are multiples of 4? What is the first multiple of 4?
4.
Then?
8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40.
We can go on forever. Yeah, can it be in thousands number?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we know what is a multiple, right? We have understood multiple. Can you now choose a color code? Let's say 3 we are going to make red as the color code. Okay, can you put buttons on all multiples of 3 on your board? Red buttons on the multiples of 3. When you're done, you please check each other's work. Now let's choose the color code The other color you have is green. So let's choose the color code green for 4. Can you put green buttons on every multiple of 4 on your board? When you have 2 buttons on the same number, what do? You put them on top of each other. Not next to each other, on top of each other. Has everybody finished? So I think it's good that you check that children have got it all correct. They've understood at least this instruction very carefully. What are the multiples of 4, beta? 4, then to put on 8. Then next is?
12.
Next is?
16.
Check your answers.
20.
Check your button, green buttons on 20.
Yes.
Then 24,
24.
28, 32 and okay, 40. And can you double check that your 3 red buttons are on? 3, can you check? 3, 6,
9, 12.
okay. So 12 is a multiple of 3. 12 is also a multiple of 4. So these are the common multiples of 3 and 4. Can you tell me what's the next common multiple of 3 and 4?
24.
Wow, you're brilliant. You can see that. Can you predict what is the next common multiple of 3 and 4?
36.
How many of you say 36? Raise your hands. Yeah? Can you tell which table is 12, 24, 36? That's a table of 12. How many will agree this is a table of 12? 12, 24, 36, 42. No, it won't be 42. Brilliant. It's not 42, it's 40. Can you predict what will be the next common multiple of 3 and 4?
60.
Okay, so now you perfectly understand the concept of common multiples. Now, if I said to you that, tell me which is the smallest of the common multiples. Can you tell me what's the smallest of the common multiples? If these are, right, this is the smallest. Can we call the smallest also least? Yeah. And these are called common. So now do you understand what's the least common multiple? The book from which we'll be referring in terms of the lesson we have to give, since not all the technique, which is using the board as much as possible to communicate to the children. Ideally, there'll also be an interactive whiteboard, in which case we can show the entire exercise on the whiteboard and not have to worry about writing it on the board. That would save a lot of time. But given that we are in a rudimentary class setting, we don't have the use of an interactive whiteboard or a projector, and we only have one book. How do we maximize the class's learning on this particular topic today? Now you all know LCM, least common multiple. So you can solve this, yes? Anybody who can't solve this? Anybody is feeling they are having difficulty solving this? You can figure this out. LCM of 2 and 4. Does 2 divide into 4? When is the first time 2 and 4 are together? Write the word at the bottom. When you finish joining the lines, write the word at the bottom. You should be able to solve the word. Hide it, hide it. Hide your answer. Now I'd like 2 volunteers, please, from these rows to collect the materials. Let me give the instructions properly to you, that in one bowl collect the red buttons, right? In another bowl collect the green buttons. So first I'd like you to go and collect red and green buttons. Then I'd like you to collect all the 100 boards.
Relationship of the noun or pronoun with whoever I call will come and write the